Capital B.0.0.M. Boom. Live radio. Public radio. The capital B.0.0.M. Boom. Live public radio show. Soft launch number 2.
What's going on, everybody? And hold on. One more time for the people. I am McRadio Man, and we are back here at the capital B.0.0.M. Boom! Live public radio show. Let me back up off this mic because I know I'm projected and my mic is on. You feel me? Let me get rid of this cane. Whoa. Welcome back, good people, and happy Friday. If you are here, if you are tuning in, whether on the post-production or on the Facebook Live, welcome to Pisces season. Welcome, you made it. And we are here, and just give it up for yourselves for that. You know what I mean? Happy to be alive, happy to keep experiencing, and happy to do something with my damn life. All right, so if you remember last time, I asked us to start with an imaginative exercise. The capital B.0.0.M. Boom Live public radio show. It's like, who is this man? Where are we? What are we doing here? I got you covered, okay? It's going to be like a cumulative, sort of just peeling the orange layer by layer, or the onion rather, layer by layer. And by the end of the show, you're going to know exactly what we're getting into. So I invite you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Last time on Capital Lore Introduction, we were introduced to a man walking through the desert in Nevada, and he was thirsty, and he walked into a saloon. He had his guns out, he had his pistols. The bartender said, "Wait, not in this town." He says, "What is this town?" But before he could have his answer, the bartender made sure to serve him a big old gulping seltzer water. Just go with it. The man looked like he needed some oxygen in his cup. The man gulps the oxygen seltzer water. He says, "Damn, that's some really good seltzer water. Now answer my question, bartender. What type of town you got running here?" "Okay, stay with me." The bartender leans in and says, "Hey, you have just walked into the Boom Town." And out from behind the shelf, a bunch of dancing performers come out and give the most silliest dancing song you ever heard of that I'll probably put in post-production. But basically, the moral of that song and dance is that you are in Boomtown, a completely independent, sovereign nation state of zany, intellectual, curiosity folks who are on the precipice and the cusp of reinventing technology, entertainment, business, religion, education. You have it. You have just entered the Boomtown. Now, a part of every Boomtown, there needs to be a Capitol building. Not only are we the Capitol, C-A-P-I-T-O-L, did I say that right? I'll figure it out later. The Capitol as in a government building, but we are the Capitol. You know what I mean? The money, the one with the A. We are the ones funding these buildings. You know what I mean? So let's empower ourselves. We the building and the currency. How you like that? Welcome to the Capital B.0.0.M. Boom Live Public Radio Show. And in that Capitol building, you're going to find me, McRadio man. So let's get it started. So remember earlier I was saying happy Pisces season. Well, that's still the same thing. Happy Pisces season. Now, we got all the folks out there like, oh, here we go with astrology. Here we go again. You wear a watch, don't you? You get up at a certain time and you do certain things, don't you? Well, guess what? Way back in the day when people was just trying to discover in their civilizations, they was like, look, what's going on around us? All right, look, why I get cold and all of a sudden, it's cuffing season. Why I feel like I want all of a sudden. Oh, why I feel like I want to go outside and have a hot girl summer. Well, yeah, people was doing that way back in the day. Now, this just so happens to be the geographical location. We on the west, the Americanas. Over here is Pisces season, meaning that the sun, when they were trying to calculate and project, the sun is way out and it's so cold and the only thing I have to get me through and to see the sunshine again is my dreams, my beliefs. Lord, God, I know one day I'm going to see it through. And this is the birth of Pisces season. This is why, the characteristics and the traits, people born under this particular sun in this geographical location, they're the dreamers. They get that archetype. They're the wishful thinkers. They're delusional. They need straitjackets. But they make great artists and great poets. And I'm tapping into my Pisces energy today. Happy Pisces season to all my Pisces out there. Head Pisces. Rihanna. Happy belated birthday, Rihanna. Birthday was on February 20th. What y'all do to celebrate Rihanna's birthday? I saw a tweet. It was like, all right, it's Rihanna's birthday. Dress accordingly. You know what I mean? Put yourself on. Like, look like something today. I said, I know that's right. What's your favorite Rihanna song? Leave it in the... Oh, what's that? Umbrella. That's a classic. I saw that tweet. I was like, what's my favorite Rihanna song today? Like, it's like, you can't just... How you gonna pick... I wonder what Rihanna's favorite Rihanna song is. Good question, right? All right, so for more astrology information, you can check out these astrologers online. That's Mooney Mercury Baby, Keosito, and Dolo the Pilot Man. Speaking of Dolo the Pilot Man, I want to give a self-care tip that was passed on by the flight boss to the great people. All right, so if anyone out there is dealing with acne problems or having clear skin problems, we have a natural remedy for you. All right, so I'm just gonna read this verbatim from the post. Okay. Get ready. Self-care tip. Lean in, folks. How to get rid of acne problems and keep a clean, clear face naturally. Every morning, get 2 rags, one for extremely cold water and one for hot water. Shock the blood flow in your face by hitting it with the cold rag first for a few seconds, right? Then immediately hit your face with the hot, warm one. In days, you will see results. That's the flight boss. Now look, as with everything, you have to put it to the test. So I put it to the test for myself around my birthday about a month ago. And I wish I could zoom in right now. Maybe I could do that in post-production. But look at my face. I ain't had to do a single thing. I ain't had to pop a single pimple. I've been hitting them rags onto my face, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it works. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. More power to you. Appreciate you. All right, we're on to the next topic, which happens to be our hot topics. And well, we have a very special in-house guest with us today. We're going to get into our hot topics. Now, this week, it's already the start of Pisces season, and people is already foaming at the mouth. Things is already popping off, but we're about to get into our hot topics. Hot topics with a returning champ and veteran of the already iconic capital B.0.0.M Boom Live Public Radio Show. We have Chanel Henderson, the top talker. Give it up for Chanel. Chanel, welcome back to the Capitol. Yeah. It is so good to have you. Now, you've been out and about. Well, first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Well, how I'm doing how I look. Good.
Well,
hey, now look, you have been here, there, and everywhere doing your big one. Now, the last time you were with us, you were talking about BTVP, and that's in the works.
Yes.
But since then, we didn't reveal here on the show, but you are a part of a fantabulous, and yeah, I said fantabulous, production of Dawn Trail Who Kissed the Sea, presented by Sisters Freehold. How is it going so far?
Phenomenal. It is so thrilling to see the audience and have them experience it. We've been experiencing it, but it's so fun to have audience members participate in their own way. It's just been a great experience, and I love the ensemble and the director. Shout out to Makima.
Shout out to everyone involved. Now, if you follow me on Instagram and if you go to theworldpremiere.com, you can find an exclusive Boom Broadview, which is just an overall general feel and take for the live theatrical productions I've been going to. I write from the perspective, of non-theater going folks. What do you do when you go down and sit and watch a production? So you have things such as aesthetics, the background of the story or production, aesthetics, the design elements, you know what I mean? Shout Shout out to Chanel for helping me design the set here and the performance as well. So go and check out my Boom Broad view of Dontrell Who Kissed the Sea, presented by Sisters Freehold. And then also go take your ass down to the Peel Center right in downtown Baltimore and catch it, because the production is going on from now until March 6th.
3rd.
I apologize. You got until March 3rd, which just is about a week and a half.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Sisters Freehold and shout out to Chanel.
And shout out to the Peel. The Peel is the oldest purpose-based museum in our country.
They built that museum and said, this is a museum.
That's
not
correct.
like, this is a J.C. Penney. Let's turn it into a museum.
A museum. The
We
oldest.
love that, right in downtown Baltimore. See, they try to count us out, but guess what? We still rise. All right. Let's get into our... Hot topics. All right. First up, hot topic.
Yes.
Trump shoes. The Trump shoes. What you think of them, Top Talker?
Too shiny.
Way too shiny. Now, Trump and Trump supporters, because we know y'all out there. Come on, what you gonna do with that shoe? Now, you know the shoe ain't shit. When you don't put it on for yourself, how you just gonna display the shoe?
They said, here the shoe, but they didn't put it on.
You ain't put it on, that's how you know.
They're not pride. They ain't taking no pride in that shoe.
He didn't put that shit on.
They didn't put that shit on.
And none of us is about to put that shit on.
No, we're not going to put it on.
You need, this isn't the 90s, you know what I mean? Where every rapper was dropping the Trump line, the Trump bar, you know what I mean? So you need, but too bad you don't have a celebrity endorser to endorse your shoes.
It's ridiculous.
Come on now. Hey, maybe you can hire Lil Pimp.
It's
I know Lil Pimp out there. Shout out to Lil Pimp. All right, moving on. Beyonce goes country. This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold 'em. Hey, don't lay your cars down. Yeah! Shout out to my Texans. What you thinking of the songs? It was two
Tell you
songs.
something. I enjoy both of them. Really love that song, the one that you were just singing. And there has been, I don't know who put it out there, and I know that y'all have been seeing this. They're trying to work on the line dance.
Oh.
So everybody are putting in their bids for the line dance, and there are so many different ones. Now let me tell you something. We got to keep it simple, but do know it needs to do the line. We need to make a square. So I just want to say that if you go onto my story, Coco_JNEL, you're gonna see a great line dance that was created by one of my favorite followers.
Oh, let's go. You was getting in your Debbie Allen bag. That choreographer. Debbie Allen was the choreographer. You was getting in your Debbie Allen bag. I said, y'all better listen to Debbie Allen.
It need to hit that and hit that leg, kick it up and turn, make it simple for aunties, turn, make it simple for the nieces, turn, make it.
It need to be simple for everyone.
simple.
TikTokers, pay attention. Like, I know y'all want to do but guess what? We want to do this outside. Y'all doing it for the screen. We want to do this outside. Make it simple. That's a good point. Now, moving on to the next song, the ballad, 16 Carriages. When I tell you that song,
what did you think about it?
That song just like lives in my subconscious realm. It's just always, it's that like push and pull of the chorus. It's just 16 carriages.
Like if you could like, can you describe how you feel in 3 words of like what it comes like, what does it evoke?
Haunting, triumphant, Beyonce. You know what I mean? And to give kind of like a slant, a different perspective. Shout out to Azealia Banks. Azealia Banks is a music critic now in her own right. Even though we want new music, I will settle for the soap, Azealia Banks. But Azealia, she went on her rant, on her Instagram rant, and she said, you know what? Country is going to take a certain theatricality, Beyonce, and you're bringing these R&B vocals into like this country space. So I heard the song again, and I said, you know what? That is what Beyonce does. It could use a little more country twang to it. You know what I mean? Just to give a different perspective. But the rest of the album is on its way. Yeah. It's Act 2 of the Renaissance. She gave us the pop. She gave us the bangers with Act 1. And now we're going to country.
If I could put this last thing, and I'll just say this.
It's hot topics.
Country is this, shout out to the country. Shout out to those that created country. I will say this. Beyonce is giving us R&B, giving us pop vocals, but she's staying in her realm. In her wheelhouse.
See, the word.
I am not mad about it. She didn't get out there trying to be Shania. She didn't get out there trying to be Reba and adding. She ain't country.
Azealia had to throw in them headless chickens into the soup. She was chopping chickens.
I'm not mad.
Hey, no, we ain't mad at her.
No.
Just to give another perspective. You know what I mean? Beyonce doing her thing. I can't wait to hear the rest of the album. Any features you think gonna be on there? Keith Urban. Who do you want? Like an iconic, relevant Luke Combs. Who we getting on this album?
Oh, that's good.
You know, just someone. Reba.
Yo, she get.
That's it.
That's it.
Speaking of Beyonce, moving over to just as iconic and legendary former Destiny's Child bandmate Kelly Rowland. Now, the headline reads that Kelly Rowland recently walked out on the Today Show. Now you were saying earlier today that the rumors were going around. It was because her dressing room wasn't prepared.
Something of that. Yep, something of that sort.
All right, so new tea has been spilled. We'll get the tea spilling sound effect. New tea has been spilled that co-host Savannah Guthrie aggressively was asking questions about Beyonce, making it seem as if, you know, it's more important that we get the tea on Beyonce rather than Kelly Rowland, who is a star in her own right.
Yeah.
She collaborated with David Guetta and made countless Europop dance hits. And also, go, 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 go. You feel me? How dare you? That's like, hey, Chanel, we love that you here. I love that you here, the top talker.
Okay.
Tell me about your friend over there, because we just love your friend over there. Remember your friend over there? Oh, we see you, but your friend over there. It's like...
It's very disrespectful.
It absolutely is.
It's very disrespectful. And she's promoting that new film that she's in, Mea Culpa. And so I think that that's one of the reasons why she was even on the show.
Absolutely.
And for them to kind of continue to press her about Beyonce and a Destiny's Child reunion is what I heard, is what it was.
We're going to get that reunion, y'all. Just wait on it. Damn. Like, the nostalgia.
Let these people live their lives.
You know what I mean? But Kelly Rowland, beautiful. She has a family. She has endorsements and deals. Let her go out there and live her life and leave her alone, man. Let her live her best life. Because, and this is my last point, she released a song on perhaps her sophomore album or her third album called Dirty Laundry. And she was, in the lyrics, she was talking about, you know, not specifically Beyonce, but just kind of saying how there's this person who kind of overshadows her when it comes to the industry. And it's like, she has already had to deal with that. You're bringing up that dirty laundry, Susanna Guthrie. Go listen to Dirty Laundry by Kelly Rowland. See people not doing their homework, research when they bring people on. Kelly done talked about that 10, 14 years ago.
You know what it is?
What's that?
They can't get Beyonce. They want Beyonce, couldn't get Beyonce.
See? Just say that. Don't
Just
bring
say
on
that.
Kelly. Don't bring on Kelly.
Don't be projecting on that woman.
Hey, Kelly Rowland, you are always welcome here at the Capital B.0.0.M.
Such a beautiful
Boom
soul.
Live Public Radio Show. Actually, fun fact, Kelly Rowland and I have very similar astrological makeup. We have the similar rising signs, sun and moon.
Huh.
Get that. Take that. Kelly Rowland, come on down to Towson University. Go, 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 go. Okay, moving on. Speaking of Texas, we're going to move on to Gerald George versus the Barbers Hill Independent School District. Now, there's been a recent case that in favor of the school district, saying that underneath the Crown Act, that the school is under every right to suspend Gerald George for having locks that go beyond the eyebrow. I believe that is what the law or the act is calling for. Now, this is a little too convenient, a little too right on the nose. It is Black History Month. Gerald George, who is Black, African American, and having this kind of ripple effect during election season at a time also where this young man, his dreads, and to quote you, like the dreads weren't even like that crazy.
No. The picture that I saw, they were actually pulled back, kind of like in the lock cornrow. They weren't on his face, the photo that I saw.
Yeah.
So I was confused on what the issue was. They were neatly retwisted and they were put away.
Yeah.
And I normally, now when this type of discrimination, and it is discrimination,
Absolutely.
takes place, I'm normally hearing it in the realm of like athleticism. If you're on some type of team where you have to wear your hair a certain kind of way, and typically African American Black women may not wear their hair the same way as their other counterparts. But this doesn't seem like one of those cases. So I think I'm having a hard time understanding what the real problem is.
Absolutely.
If there really
is a problem. This is an ongoing case. This is an ongoing case. Gerald George has been suspended for months now. Probably won't be able to graduate with his class, and so now it's been taken to the Supreme Court, and now it's on the next tier. This public discourse at the time right now, cut it out. And to quote Gerald George, we've come so far just to hit this same wall again. All right, put Gerald George back into school and make sure that he walks across that stage. All right, Texas. All right, on to Auntie Maxine Waters. Congresswoman Maxine Waters is deeply opposed to the Capital One Discovery deal.
Yes, she is.
Now,
deeply.
I'm learning about economics. I'm learning about the credit system.
Okay.
Shout out to all our credit card holders. Your debt will be paid off soon. Now, apparently, in just reading from the sources, it's that Capital One is acquiring Discover.
Yeah.
And this is going to make
35 billion.
show me the money. You know what I mean? Show me the money. Now, top creditors, Capital One and Discover are the top creditors and loan lenders services in America. So there's that argument, that there's the possibility of more access to these funds for Americans, newly people getting credit cards for the very first time. But then when you have politicians such as Auntie Maxine super opposed to it, and their arguments are saying, this is creating mega banks. This is creating the merger of banks that is going to ultimately benefit Wall Street more than the everyday opting to take out a credit loan type of person.
Well, if we just want to look at economics and how loans work and equitability and all of those things, we know that it is a cycle that perpetuates itself that is not accessible to people that are trying to buy homes, buy cars, invest in things of that nature. It's not set up in that way for some. So I am questioning what the merger do. Now, one of the things that I read in this article is that Wells Fargo did the same thing when they had a lot of mergers take place, and they were able to gain more financial traction. But there also was a lot of fraud and law breaking that was happening when they did these mergers. And I think what Maxine Waters is really bringing us to the light of trying to be preventative and not following those same footsteps. Because with making so much money and putting all of these companies together, it is a setup for more fraud, for more problems initially to me.
Yeah. I mean, fraud being the biggest one, and right on my frontal lobe cortex right here.
Yeah.
Because just the pitfalls that we the people always meet when it comes to taking out loans, starting small businesses. Yeah. So if you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, and much like myself, keep up with this news and inform yourself about the Capital One acquisition of Discover, as I will be.
And do not be snowed by the propaganda that it may include more accessibility.
Yeah. The verbiage, the language, read the small print. On to our last hot topic. What do we have here? Lastly, Houston-based tech company Intuitive Machines has successfully landed their space rover Odysseus on the moon. Now, this is a NASA-funded expedition to the moon, and it hopes to inaugurate a new era of economical transportation around the solar system. Now, the name of this NASA-funded expedition is the Commercial Lunar Payload Services. And other companies are hoping to take their shot at the moon, including Astrobiotech, based out of Pittsburgh. Actually, Astrobiotic Tech. Learning as I go. Astrobiotic Tech, based out of Pittsburgh, and Firefly Aerospace near Houston, Texas.
Wow.
And, it's very much giving the space race from the Cold War. And even reading the article, which I'm forgetting my sources right now. Error. Actually, I can pull up my sources right now. Reading the sources, there's a lot to wade through. There's a lot of vocabulary to. I promise I'm not malfunctioning.
And while you're looking for that, I also found what was really interesting to me is that while this initiative going up to the moon, did you find it?
Oh, I sure did. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to finish your thought?
Yes. Well, what they are saying is that this also, along with it being some type of economic drive to do more discovery up with the moon and carrying on, they are sending robotic. Is that what you're getting to? They're sending robotic devices up there before they actually send astronauts to develop whatever it is they're interested in doing on the moon.
Absolutely.
My question is, what are they doing differently that they haven't already been doing?
This is the language in the report, the sources that I have, which is the New York Times. That's what I was looking for. The New York Times reporting on it. The language is giving more on the coordinates, the preparation for this space launch, for the rover to land, and less about the purpose of it. And so I'm looking at it from the perspective of performance studies. We're already supposed to, say the common readers, like myself, is looking at this article and saying, okay, I'm supposed to presuppose a prestige of NASA. Now, shout out to NASA doing a thing, letting us know the stars and moon, the coordinates.
Yes.
But I'm already supposed to have an understanding of the prestige and the important significance of this sort of research. And then when it gets down to the reason why, there's literally just one line saying, and this is very coded language, to inaugurate a new era of economical transportation around the solar system. Now, what's like how you said, what's the difference between doing this and that? Now, it seemed, back then, as far as like what is different from this expenditure than the former one. We went to the moon in 1969. Was it 1969?
It was a time.
It was a time. And what is the difference now? So with the push of SpaceX and just putting everything into context, with the push of SpaceX, with this idea of the next frontier, is this idea that we once had maybe some 50, 60, 70 years ago as a nation, as a collective, is this still something that we agree upon? Is this something that we are now probably interrogating the significance of? Like, why are we going to these planets and collecting these sort of this data?
Well, I'm not really sure if I can answer that, but I do have many questions. And one of the questions is the access and the ability to be able to do so. Like, for example, Elon Musk. Bezos.
Yeah.
If you're making it a certain amount of money, then you're also able to get the access to get spaceships or whatever the case is, devices to send up to the moon. Now, when I was younger, NASA was very much like heavy on astronauts and exploration and the importance of uncharted territory, and we would learn about those things. But I guess I'm a little confused on what the intention of continuously doing that and what are we trying to find? What are we trying to discover?
Ultimately, how will it benefit
and
us?
How dangerous is it really?
How dangerous is it really? As soon as I say how will it benefit us, it's making me think of centering myself in the conversation. Perhaps this had nothing to do with me, but it seems like it has everything to do with me at the same time.
I mean, the way they're talking about the climate.
Come on, continue to interrogate, continue to investigate, and continue to be curious as we will. So keep up with the latest from NASA. So that is all for our hot topics. And we're gonna move on to our next segment. We chugging. How you feeling? Quick check-in.
I feel great.
Vibe check.
Great.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. We are moving on to the question of the day. Hashtag QOTD. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a question of the day yesterday, and I posted one freshly this morning. The question reads, what were you once made fun of / doubted about yourself that you now use to your advantage? Now, I'm going to pull up a voice note from one of our listeners. So would you like to answer that question? Maybe rummage it over a little bit. What were you once made fun of / doubted about yourself that you now use to your advantage?
I think we know the common. It's all out there. That girl talks too much.
That girl talks too much.
She's so talkative. That's what they would say.
That's what they
on
say.
My report card. Every report card from second to up until like, oh my gosh, probably like when we didn't receive report cards anymore. So it was 8th grade, and literally it would be rephrased. She's such a great student, but that girl is talkative.
Oh man.
She does great work, but she is talkative.
Yap.
If she could just stop talking.
Yap.
She seems to be distracting some of the classmates. She's getting things done, but she just talks so much.
You better let them know about themselves. And now what?
I am the top talker.
That's all your teachers was from now. They scared of you. Like, we was just doing our job. We was yeah, she the top talking now. Shout out to my hater, sorry that you couldn't phase me. You feel me? Now you the top talker. Now, we have one of our listeners by the name of Kayla Lee. I asked Kayla, same question. This is what Kayla Lee had to say.
So for as long as I can remember, I was teased mercilessly about my short height stature, as well as the fact I have a permanent baby face. I was scared I would never be taken seriously, as everyone acts as if they're talking to a child when they talk to me. But now, as a future elementary school teacher, I'm one of the adults children feel most comfortable with because of my youthful nature and face. Plus, it's always fun to weaponize puppy dog eyes when they always work.
No, that's right. Shout out to Kayla. You can find Kayla on Instagram. Hold on. I said, hold on. I'm in that new me and you when I roll up. We're going to put that in post-production. You can find Kayla here on Instagram. Shout out to Kayla. Shout out to that answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that
what
was
you get
great.
from that?
Flip it. flip it.
Put that thing down, flip it, then reverse
It's
it.
also giving very much like purpose, like how you can use what others deem as something that is not good and flip it around and make it work for you and your purpose.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I'm going to read a comment from Instagram. Shout out to Limitless_existence511. Limitless_existence511. I got picked on for talking to myself, but talking to myself helped me heal. I use my words to go back in time and correct some things within me energetically. This is one of my greatest accomplishments and is now my superpower. And you know what? Ultimately, this is what I was getting at. What do we see as our superpower? Because thinking of epic myths and epic comic books, it's always something that we're probably, or the heroes are probably insecure about, or something where they, for example, X-Men, the mutants, it's something that they had to hide away from the world. But Professor X was saying, come into the school for gifted youngsters, and we will hone in on that craft, and we'll also teach you about the wider social, cultural, political infrastructures that's going on around you, why you're deemed a mutant. So you know what I mean? So it's very much giving like, what is your superpower and what is your origins of your superpower, if you want to put it in that context.
Such a good question.
There's going to be a lot more questions like that every morning before the live taping of the capital B.0.0.M Boom live public radio show. We will be asking a question of the day, so be on the lookout when I come through. Bolo. All right, we are trucking right along now. So next, we're going to get into our 15 minutes of fame segment. Go take you a little break.
Ooh, I appreciate
You
that.
deserve that. Go put your feet up. Go get some water. Go take care of yourself. And, usually I like to interview other folks, but you know what? It's me, all right? And we've been doing a lot of things, you understand? So, let's see. Can we get Jam? Can we bring Jam on down? Jam, do you mind coming on down? You mind? Lost my thing. Jam, do you mind coming on down? Come on down. Oh no, I'm losing my mic. Oh no, I'm losing my mic. But I ain't losing my mind. I'm losing my mic. Let's give it up for Jam. Hey, thank you so much. It's so good to be here, Make Radio Man. It's so good to have you, Jam. So, Jam, tell us about your latest expeditures to the moon. Oh no, sorry, that was another segment. Tell us about what's been going on, Jam. Oh, well, man, I'm just living my life. I'm out here. I'm at the tail end of an MFA program, and I've just been really happy and excited to be living my dream in a lot of ways. That's awesome, Jam. All right, y'all. Okay, cut. All right, that's exhausting. All right, y'all. I'm gonna just be myself. All right, let's give it up for being yourself. But we is going to keep the 15 minutes of fame segment rolling. All right, so I am Jam. All right, I am here in Baltimore, Maryland, finishing up my MFA, that is Master of Fine Arts for Theater Arts. And the last couple of weeks have just been incredible. You know what I mean? Just a lot of taking my ideas, a lot that I've been rummaging over for months and years now, and taking it out into these streets. Now, starting with Bowie State University. Now, shout out to Bowie State University, and shout out to Bob Bartlett and Catherine Kavecki for organizing a guest artist visit that I had about 2 weeks ago now. Now, hold up. I'm feeling a little... No, we good. All right. So I was able to take this idea that I'm formulating within the academy. It's called mythologizing. It's a devised, improvised method of creating theater from your lived memories, to look at your memories as myths, epic myths, to create theater from, to create songs from, but to really be able to face what it is that you've experienced and value it. Please hold, a little technical issue. I done broke the mic. I done broke the wire. It's okay. To really be able to take those experiences and value them as source material for you to create. And with this, you'll constantly be able to create. So I was able to talk to the amazing students at Bowie State University and Bob Bartlett's playwriting class. And, usually I've been getting into this mode of recording the voice notes like right after an event happened. So as soon as I left, it was about an hour-long talk. As soon as I left, I just bawled. You know what I mean? It was tears of joy. I tweeted this the other day because in Sag season, I was crying. It was sad boy tears, though. go. But Pisces season, which is that Jupiterian, escapism, dreamy type of season, I'm crying tears of joy, and I definitely did that. So I want to play a little clip of just a voice note reflection after teaching at, or guest artist teaching at Bowie State University. Here we go. All right, this is Jam, and this is a voice note reflection on my guest artist visit at Bowie State University, their theater department. Shout out to the students of Bob Bartlett's playwriting class. Yo. This is my very first guest artist talk. And of many. Alright, my goal is to keep this concise. And I'm fresh out of the class. And the excitement, the energy, for lack of a better word, was buzzing. Like a beehive. These students, these kids, Gen Z, the 20-somethings, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got it. There's just so much in the way that you have to think about to convince yourself that you got it. But y'all know y'all got it. I gotta speak in riddles, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, the essence, and I calling nobody out, but the overall theme that I was getting from that class is just this idea of finding your voice, but then not to overthink about it. When you are already in an institution, you're already in an academy, you are seeing literally the systems of how to be successful. Now, a lot of us, especially artists coming into these institutions and these academies, we're looking at what it takes to pop. We're looking at the system itself, but that's not the place that you produce from. You don't write to say, oh, this is going to get produced and it's going to get, I'm going to get the Pulitzer Prize and Nobel Peace Prize, which you probably will. But to create from that space is going to create more burnout sooner rather than later. And I'm looking at a lot of folks right now burnt out. Okay. But in order to avoid that, it's to really hone into what is your voice, what are you bringing into the academy, and producing from that intrinsic feeling, the art for art's sake, your why, that has nothing to do with that output, because you're already in the environment where you can get put on. You already in an environment where you can get put on. Why are you already stressing about what you already in? You was already put on. Keep producing. Now, if it might take a lot of folks, and this is what I'm finding and discovering right now in this moment, it might take a lot of folks to be in the lion's den to realize, this is who I am. You know what I mean? But even in that moment, just harken back to what it is that makes you you. Talk to the old friends, talk to your aunties and uncles, get back into those childhood wonders and those hobbies that you had before you got into this institution or this space. All right. So shout out to the Bowie State University kids. All right. We're moving on to the next thing, because, we've been doing the thing. So Thursday, that was last Thursday, I did the guest artist visit. Saturday, shout out to this, fast forward to Saturday. Shout out to Derek Pence, a longtime friend of mine. I was able to catch up with Derek Pence on his podcast, #Rockstar Life, Coffee Break podcast, with his drag alternate ego, Zenobia Darling. And I had me a good old time. So I just want to play a little clip from that. You can catch that on YouTube and also on Derek's artist website. So let's play a little clippy.
So you were on the tail end of an MFA at Towson for theater.
Sure am.
How has that experience been?
Oh, man. Coming back to Towson has been an experience for sure. So 2019 was when we went to South Africa. Mm-hmm. And then shortly after, in the summer, I decided, you know what? I'm done. I'm dropping it. Straight up mental health, straight up questioning my position in the world, my value, everything that didn't have anything to do with the institution, I was bringing into the institution. We were talking about this briefly beforehand, this idea of trauma, and I don't really understand those concepts until I hit a wall, until I experience it for myself. And I damn sure hit that wall in 2019. I decided to dip out, I decided to leave, and then 2020 hit, and I'm just like, wait a second, I'm always producing art, I'm always teaching about art or finding ways to hold workshops or to find that education slant. This is just what I do naturally. A lot of it was questioning myself and, again, my value as an artist. What can I do in the world? I'm glad that I went through that experience. I call that the dark night of the soul, where I really just
been there, done that.
As
Lady Gaga says, you got to marry the fucking night.
You have to marry it, make love to it, divorce it, abandon it, cheat on it, come back together, and all that, madam and mistress it, all of that. And I'm so glad that I embraced it instead of, because it now it's becoming my testimony. me. It's becoming my way of explaining how my art literally helped me. So when you said Zenobia Darling, like saved your life, my art, my output had literally saved my life during 2020 to 2022.
Cut it off right there. You know what I mean? There's lots more that we talked about. Shout out to HDG. That is Havre de Grace. That's up in Northern Maryland. They are holding it down up there. The Gallery 220. There's an amazing exhibit going up right now. Also, shout out to the State Theater. Jam Boom Boom and the capital B.0.0.M Boom live public radio show is going to be up in the State Theater doing our live public show there. Soon come. You know what I mean? And speaking of Pisces season, we had to just naturally talk about pop culture, and especially queen of pop culture, Rihanna.
It's warm there right now. I'm like, let's go. All right, we've been talking for an hour. Woo. I'm like, all right, so let's end this. Rihanna. Let's talk about Rihanna, because I know you fucking love Rihanna. I remember we were in South Africa. We did some cabaret show at some bar. You did this like amazing thing of American Oxygen, and you were on the bongos. And
can we talk about before I performed that? And you did my makeup?
I did.
You did my makeup. I felt so like pampered.
Oh yeah, I brought it out.
Ready to go. Thank you so much.
And I didn't have makeup. I had my chalk pastels.
Hey.
And I had 2 brushes, and I freaking went to Woolworths and got makeup, which is like their like grocery store, and I was like, let's do this.
It was the red, white, and blue.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it was Divya's djembe. And I played, and those lyrics. So shout out. Okay, all right, I want to be real clear. I love music, Rihanna. Shout out to makeup. Shout out to Fenty Beauty and all that. She's doing her $1 billion thing. But I love music, Rihanna.
I do too.
What I mean? And that song in particular, the lyrics spoke to the immigrant experience.
Yeah.
And her singing it just gave it that slant. And the iconography of the music video itself is about, just the immigrants in America and the social movements that had to do with that. So that song just personally just had, and it's so simple. It's such a simple song. It's not too deep lyrically, but just like how it speaks to that experience. And I wanted to kind of exemplify that. I love singing covers. I've been covering songs a lot recently.
Shout out to Rihanna. All right, now we know she's not going to release no album no time soon. Then Babies is that album that we're looking forward to. But you know what, Rihanna, if you don't mind just releasing something just like some heavy patois, like release something with some heavy patois where like I don't even know what you're saying because it's so deeply entrenched into your accent, into your culture. That's the type of music we want. But we know we ain't getting no music from you no time soon. We love you, Ree. You know what I mean? Moving right along. All right, so yesterday it went down at the Albert Cook Library. It's Just a Myth storytelling event. Shout out to Cynthia Baker and Christina Gibson, the organizers of the public-facing events that go on in the Albert Cook Library. I was able to bring in this idea of I want people to explore and interrogate myths. I want there to be that academic slant to it, but I also want people to just have a good old time. And me explaining that, just being able to articulate my ideas and then to see it happen and come together. This is like a couple months in the making, man, and it went down. Shout out to everyone who came to the series, to the event series, the workshop I was going to call it. This was the 1 of 3. So next month it is going down. Let me give you that date. Let me give you that date. Is going down on March 27th, 12 p.m. Now it's lunch hour. We got some snacks for y'all. Come through, learn a little bit about a myth, and then also pick up some Foley instruments. And then we're going to recreate some theater right on the spot, especially for my non-theater people. It's a nice little break in the middle of the day. Come and have some fun, but, for a purpose. You know what I mean? So it went down. Shout out to Albert Cook Library. Shout out to Cynthia Baker and Christina Gibson. I got love for y'all. And last but not least, but maybe the second to last but not least, tonight it is going down. You feel me? The Big House. I was about to call it the Big House Seafood Restaurant, but it's the Big House radio drama that I produced last year and put up on streaming sites. You can go and listen to it right now. Now, I wrote this play thinking, I'm never going to be able to, get up on a stage and have actors and lighting design and tech and a dramaturge and a director. Get this. This year I got that. So shout out to the Love at First Right new play festival. It's going down right now, but tonight is going to be the stage reading adaptation premiere. It's going to be my premiere, y'all, man. Hold on. I just got to... for my damn self. Dreams can come true when you stick to it. When it's all on your frontal cortex, your mind. You make everything about that dream. Just do your regular thing. Keep your dreams on your mind. Because look, I done told y'all I never thought my stuff would be put on a stage ever. But look at this. 1 year later, shout out to David White, and shout out to Towson Theater Lab. Go follow them on Instagram. It's going down tonight. Free admission, free art. Come listen and come give me some feedback. Survey the play afterwards. We're going to do a little coffee and tea break afterwards. Come talk to me, the playwright. Man, it feel good to be the playwright. Oh, and also shout out to me, the newest member of the Dramatists Guild. You already know what's going down. Let me show you my little. You can go on the website right now. I'm gonna blow it up in post production. You already know it's the world premiere. All right, make playwright pseudonyms great again. Make pen names great again. I'm the world premiere. Let's get creative and funky on them real quick, y'all. Playwrights, what's up? All right, we're gonna move on. Oh, here's like a little still. Shout out to all the actors and all the creative team for the Big House. I want to call it the Big House Seafood Restaurant. Now I'm getting inspired to call it the Big House Seafood Restaurant, and I turn it into another adaptation. Anyway, now this. Has it been 15 minutes? Probably. We're going to wrap it up right here. This is going to be the very last point that I bring up. So we are in writing mode. You know what I mean? We've been doing a lot of appearances, and shout out to all the appearances I've been making, the places that I've been going to. Someone asked me, hey, Jam, how does it feel? Man, it feels like I'm in a dream. But don't you know, like when you're in a dream, but you don't know exactly how you got to that environment, you kind of just like wake up and you're there, or you're conscious and you're there. You don't remember getting in nobody's car. You don't remember getting in nobody's truck. You don't remember how you got there, but you got there. So it's like, how did I get here? That's how my life has been feeling. It's just been feeling like a dream. I'm showing up. I'm saying my piece. I'm saying what I'm interested in, and I'm learning as I'm going. So, the dreams can come true. You know what I mean? And I'm showing you right now in real time how it can. So we're going to end it right here. All right. We're in appearance mode, and we still out in these streets, but it's about the art. You know what I mean? I've been everywhere, man, looking for some new place to write. And guess what? We got a new play coming out next week. It's called Self Plug. Yeah, that's right. It's called AM to PM Warship, written by the world premiere, and I'm going to give you an exclusive clip of AM to PM Warship. Let's get into it. Please hold. I know the suspense is killing us. Mr. McCroy, wait up! Are you mad at me?
No, Angel. I just don't get why you would run away from the church this late, and worse, sneak into the comedy club where I'm performing.
I was bored. You're walking too fast, Mr. McCroy. Slow down.
The sooner you get back to the church, the better. Immigration services are already on me about calling out of work this morning. And now this?
Well, your routine was really funny, Mr. McCroy. In a sort of sad way.
Thanks. No heartbreak, no profit.
Angel, watch out! Slow down! It's a residential area, moron! Yeah, moron! Get out the street!
Here, let's keep moving. Just a few more blocks this way. You'll be back in the pews before anyone knows you're gone.
Man, shout out to Deep Flow Studio. Shout out to Emotion, who mixed and mastered the track. And again, shout out to Deep Flow Studios. AM to PM Warship is a new radio play that will be available on Kindle next week, and it's going down. All right, we're in writing season. We got new narratives on deck, and we're just doing what it is that we're doing. You know what? I want to close with a pre-recorded kind of like, Derek let me, let myself out of the podcast that we have recorded. He just allowed me to go off real quick, and that's what I had to say.
Well, thanks for coming on. This was so much fun. Where can we find you? Where can we watch your stuff? Plug yourself, hon.
Here we go. This is Jam Boom Boom. You can find me on all socials. Jam Boom Boom, the world premiere. Find me on Instagram. Find me on Twitter, X. Find me on Facebook. Find me on YouTube. We getting it popping over on YouTube. The capital B.0.0.M Boom Live public radio show is having its soft launch. Come through. Doing it completely independent. Doing it completely on my own. Shaking hands with the people I need to shake hands with, and collaborating with other forward-thinking, passionate artists as well, building that network and embodying exactly what it means to be independent through and through, to have that scholarly slant as well. This is Jam Boom Boom. We jam it. We got to jam against these systems, and we make things boom. We go beyond our own mentalities, go beyond our own minds, and then we just make new discoveries, because that's what we're here to do. Okay, don't get it twisted, don't get it confused. All right, it's still more life to live. All right, unless you're a square, unless you're a loser, then bye. I'm sorry, you don't belong here. You gotta get out of here. But the true ones is here now. And Jam Boom Boom. That's how we do it.
Oof. Well, this was so much fun.
Hey, shout out to Derek. And that's crazy, because look, we're making new discoveries. What? I got my safari hat on. Everything lines up. It's a synchronicity and everything. You just got to pay attention to the patterns. All right, this is Jam. Thank you so much for having me, McRadio Man. Well, thank you so much for being here. Jam, boom, boom. Let's give it up for Jam one more time. Well, Jam, they are. We got some boomers in the crowd. Boomers are in the crowd. They love us some Jam, boom, boom. All right, look, Jam, you can't go anywhere yet because for every 15 minutes of Fame segment guest artists that we bring on, we always play a game. Okay. Well, this wasn't in my contract because, I was supposed to be here for a certain amount of time and, we got the jet waiting. So, what's the game, McRadio Man? I'm so glad you asked. The game is called Slam-uh-jamma. Man, y'all, that's real funny, huh? Slam-uh-jamma is a slam poetry game where we assign you 3 words and you have to turn them into a slam poetry poem. Do you think you have what it takes, Jam? I mean, yeah, it sounds fun. I mean, do I got the words? Who bringing out the words? I'm so glad you asked because we have our own Vera Coco coming out with 3 words. Vera Coco, are you out in the crowd? Oh no, it's Vanna Coco. I'm sorry, Vanna Coco. I don't know who you was. I was really out here looking for him. I was like, where's Janelle at? I was so scared. I was like, All right, so this is Jam. All right, so I'm ready to play. What we got? So what's the words?
Are you ready for your words?
I'm ready for my words. The drums.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, this is a real slam poetry template. It's
tambourine. Do you want to bring everything up?
if you want to, how you want to play?
Let's see what we got.
How you want to play?
See.
So, all right, let's get the vibes going. What's my words?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Def Jam poetry.
First word, all 3 coming at you live.
Comment.
Star.
Eyelids.
Crease.
Stars. Eyelids. Crease. I wake up next to my space goddess. We're flying on an asteroid. Lord knows where we're going. We're flying through the stars together. My goddess is still asleep. Purple skin, voluptuous body. I'm the pilot of the asteroid, and we're flying through the stars. I'll make sure I go pick up a chopped cheese, egg, bacon sandwich from the space bodega right before my goddess opens up her eyelids. I make sure to land at the coziest, smoothest tropical planet. We park the asteroid. My goddess is sitting there, bucket naked. I have her sandwich ready for her. Right as she opens her eyelids, the crease between her eyelids or have all this freaking eye wax on it and crusty busties. I don't want to give her no sandwich right away. I'm trying to get her a moist towelette to wipe them crusties off the crease of her eyelids. My goddess says, thank you so much for the moist towelettes to get all these eye boogies out my eyelids. I say, yeah, girl, because you've been sleeping real good. You're just collecting all that stardust because we was traveling through space and time. She's like, oh, that's my bad. I said, you know what, my bad. I don't mean to go in on you, queen, but guess what? I got you this chopped cheese, ham, bacon, turkey sandwich, bagel. Now let's eat and let's be the end. All right, let's give it up for Jam. Thank you so much for coming, Jam. Thank you so much for having me, McRadio Man, and shout out to the capital B.0.0.M. Boom, live public radio show. Woo! All right. All right, folks. Well, we are wrapping it up today here at the Capitol. And wait, Chanel, don't you go anywhere. because I don't know about you, but I've been hearing streets been talking about our last radio drama improv skit. They've been talking, all right? I think it's time to give them part 2.
Oh,
We're gonna give them part 2.
all right.
So let's find our treasure chest of props. Take a moment and take a gander through and see what you see. Lay something out on the table if you will. I like this. I like these. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got here. Oh. Feel free. Anything goes. Anything goes. Oh. Oh, I like this. Any noisemakers?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, right there. Bring them on up. Bring them on up. All right. Oh, that sounded like the beginning. All right. Shall I set us up?
Set us up.
All right, so this is Radio Drama Improv. Here at the capital B.0.0.M Boom Live Public Radio Show, we center stories and narratives. This is live theater, folks, and we want to spark the imagination of everyone who joins us here and the listeners out there. And through creative exploration, transferable skills of theater that can allow you to explore new realms, create new blood flows so you can have better ideas how to go about your day, we gonna have some fun. So this is the Radio Drama Improv Part 2. You ready?
Ready.
Let's get into it. Last time on Radio Drama Improv. Last time on Radio Drama Improv, Charles' spacecraft landed on Mars inside of a crater where Sophia Edna's grandchild was playing. He opened up the doorway. Edna, I love you. Remember that happened last time? Yeah, and then Edna was all like,
Oh, Charlie, it's so good to see you.
and then it left on a cliffhanger of,
That's your baby. He just don't age none.
and that's all you missed on Radio Drama Improv. Edna, is what you telling me real? I just gotta punch a hole through the wall.
I'm not in my mom's house. Now, Charlie, that's your baby. You telling me up in old age you ain't taking care of your son?
Taking care of my son, I just found out he was my baby.
Well, guess what? In Mars, it runs in years. This ain't time like it was on Earth.
Well, thank you for the history lesson, Edna, but I got one question for you.
What is it, Charlie?
When did we conceive that knucklehead, booger-faced, encrusted eyelid little son of a son?
Talk about your baby like that. He got your eyes. They crusted now. We did that back in. Do you remember, Charlie?
And now announcing the Centennial Ball, the finest of games and the hunkiest of Buckleins. This is the 1935 Centennial Ball Gala Promenade. You're looking just as beautiful as I remember, Sophia.
Oh, Charlie. Do you still have my necklace?
Of course I have your necklace. I had to go get it polished by the old Polish polishers.
Oh, Charlie, I'm gonna put it on. Does it fit my hat?
It does fit your hat. You're looking very pretty. I just don't want any other man looking at you.
Well, Charlie, I can't help I'm pretty like that.
You're right, you can't help it, but I don't like how that Scotty's looking at you. Hey, Scotty! What do you want, punk? You was looking at my woman in her bustier. Yeah, I'm looking at your woman in her bustier. Hope she bust open for me. Me is gonna scuffle Scotty.
No! Scotty, don't be Scotty like that! Scotty's just my friend! He's just my friend, Charlie! Don't jump on him! He's just my friend!
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am. You're looking like a pretty dame, but do you know this Charlie fellow over here beating up on this Scotty man?
I don't know him.
Please look us in the eye. We are the law, ma'am. Now, we know you know this Charlie fellow over here. What was the reason of their scuffle?
Officer, I don't really know too much. I'm not really from around here.
Well, I don't want to give you this ultimatum, pretty lady, but I need you to tell me this. It's a matter of life or death. We need to know his alibi, or we're gonna lock him up.
I think he's a nice man. He was down at the place we went to not too long ago, but I don't really know him a lot. He just a little bit. No!
Come on, bring it down. Charles and Sophia Edna are now on the run from the law inside of the cop car.
We got to go.
Come on. What? Tell me.
We gotta move fast. We gotta move fast. You do better driving than that, Charlie. They need to do better driving than that. I bet you got you. You might climb.
Pull over real quick and let's show them what Bonnie and Clyde really can do. Back to Mars. Oh, we did it in the back of the car.
And you know what's crazy about that, Charlie? You know what's crazy?
Something about that wig looks so good on you today. It's something about the front. The last time it was the back. That's what I think it was ugly. It looked good. But I remember.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Where'd he go?
Where my new son at? New son?
Yeah. I'm floating.
Oh, he just out there in the gravity.
Just ground yourself. Make sure you got your good shoes on so that when you're in them Mars, them craters, it don't get you too bad, all right? And then I'm going to introduce you to Charlie.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready or not. I've been a rolling stone my entire life to take care of a baby who must be damn near 110 years old at this point. But he's just that.
Charlie, you with the AI now. You can't tell me that you ain't virile. You virile now, and I know you virile. I've been a single mama for too long, Charlie. I'm tired.
Tell me how you really feel, Sophia. But guess what? I know you're tired, and we can always charge you up with the battery, AI battery transplant, heart surgery. But get
Come here, Charlie.
But I need to tell you this.
Yes, Charlie.
The AI can only do but so much. It can make me virile, and it can make me, but it can't prepare me to be a father.
Charlie, that's the silliest thing I've heard.
Oh, not again. Oh.
Now, Charlie, get yourself together, and you're gonna be a daddy.
I'm gonna be a daddy.
You're gonna be a daddy, Charlie.
I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna be a better daddy than my daddy's 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 daddy.
Daddy was dead for many years.
He was dead for many years. Yes, he was.
He came back to life because they thought he was dead, but it really wasn't. He just didn't like your mama. Remember?
Well, remember, because we were there at the repast. We were there at the funeral service. I remember it like it was yesterday.
It's cleaner than I'm going to hell.
Let's go back to that memory. Flashback to 1964 at Charles's dad's funeral. It's an open casket, and Charles's family is there, and his father is dead in the casket, or so we think. Daddy, there was a lot you didn't do for me as a boy. You didn't teach me how to tie my shoes. You didn't teach me how to blow bubble gum, and you sure didn't teach me how to skip rocks.
You didn't teach him how to be a man.
I had to learn how to be a man myself. But it took this pretty lady right here to teach me what it means to be a real man.
That's right.
Something you couldn't do for my daddy.
I always have his back, sir. Always have it.
And you know what? They say at this funeral you should say nice things. I don't got nothing good to say.
Don't too bad about the dead.
You're right. Wait, hold on. Do you see that, Sophie? He's moving a little bit.
Smell chicken, Charlie. They gonna have chicken in it.
The repast. Let's get to the repast. Hold on up, moving on up to. the salt and pepper. Let's get to the repast.
It's a good piece of chicken, Charlie. Did your auntie make this
She
chicken?
sure did. You know it. You know it's better than churches. Better than churches.
It's better than church.
It's better than churches chicken. Yeah.
Sit you, Charlie.
Yeah.
Look at the dog.
Oh.
Charlie, that looks like.
Uh-huh.
That looks like you. Was that your daddy?
Grab the chicken and run. Grab the chicken and run.
Charlie, I took my plate to go. Because that chicken, Charlie, that chicken was so good. I took that plate to go. Now let me tell you, Charlie.
Yes.
Just as ridiculous as your family was then, you're talking right now. Now, how you gonna tell me you can't take care of that baby? Now, Charlie, I want you to take care of that baby because I want you more now than I ever did before.
I think that's all I needed to hear, Sophia Edna. And you know what? I'm going to take care of that no good baby out there. Because that no good baby is my seed. And I'm going to make sure he grows up nice and strong in this new economy 2027, 8, 9, 10 year that it is. We're going to keep the legacy going. And we're going to live on Mars and colonize it. Ew. Well, maybe I should use better words for it. We're gonna take it over.
Well, Charlie, I got something to tell you.
Tell me.
Your boy genius. Come here, CJ. Here I come. All right, now I want you to tell Mr. Charlie, because you ain't got to call him daddy just yet, but I want you to tell Mr. Charlie what you told me about how you was going to take over the world.
Oh, yeah. We're going to take over the world here. See this map? The knucklehead son, who doesn't have a name yet. What's his name?
CJ.
So, right, just
CJ Charles Jr.
He lays out a map across the table.
Alright, okay, so yeah, we're gonna start here. In my case, it's not your no good daddy, no dad. Alright, he had a secret recipe. It was for Church's chicken. So Church's chicken actually acquired the recipe in a very secret gambling game. It was a very secret gambling game, and I figured that out in my history class. So I hired a private investigator, and we had them sue Church's chicken. Charlie, you got somebody come to my house in Mars. Did you invite somebody else to my house?
There's nobody else that I invited here. But...
Did you tell somebody we was here? Oh, no, I didn't tell anyone. I turned off my phone. Who is it?
This is the police. Remember that year, 1935? You was on a run. We've been looking for you ever since. To be continued. What will Charles and Edna do next? What was the plan and what was the secret that Charles's father had hidden in the Church's chicken recipe? Will Edna ever have a different wig? Find out next time on Radio Drama Improv. Scene. That's how we do it. Shout out to Chanel Henderson, the top talker, for coming back to Capital B.0.0.M. Boom live public radio show. We are still in our soft launch. This is just episode number 2. I am Jam Boom Boom. Chanel, is there any closing remarks that you'd like to share with the people?
You better follow this. You better follow this radio show.
Follow this radio show because we're going to be on the road very, very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to follow your dreams. Don't forget to stand on business because it's still stand on business season. You know what I mean? I'm here doing it. We're here doing it. Living it in the flesh, taking it day by day. Now, every day an uphill battle. But guess what? When you got something right here on your mind, you can make it happen. Look at the Capital B.0.M. Boom live public radio show. We doing it in real time. I am Jam Boom Boom. And don't forget to jam! All right, y'all take good care of yourselves. Until next time, peace!
Mi gente latino.